Did you watch that documentary on Putin on Saturday?
I did not see that.
It was brilliant. It was great. And
but what do you need, Frank?
know,
what do I need to know about the guy except the guy's got absolutely no, I don't know.
What you need to know
he's
about,
power hungry. What he wants to rule the world.
They're saying he's the richest man in the world, and they're saying now he's basically the most powerful man in the world. But he's also a very intelligent man. He ran a KGB office, and when the communism crashed and died, there was people all over the streets, and they were going to the KGB offices, and he was by himself in a building, a KGB building, and there was thousands and thousands and thousands of people coming towards, that building to beat the shit of all KGB people that were in there, ravage the place. A mob mentality has no logic. And he was in there by himself, took his time, went down to the basement to the coal burning furnace, burned all the documents that were in that place, walked outside by himself, and he told the crowd that he didn't want to see them die, that it was full of KGB agents, and they were heavily armed, and they were going to, he said he came out just to save their lives, but they were going to come out with heavy artillery and shoot everybody. He bluffed them, and they all left. That's the kind of guy he was. And everywhere he went, he climbed fast. He climbed fast in the KGB, and then he was Boris Yeltsin's cleanup guy.
This is a very, very scary individual, and I'll just keep hammering it until it finally gets home. This is the problem right now.
Very, very, very popular in his homeland.
Yeah, because he scares a lot of people. If you don't like what he's saying, they'll find you and vaporize you, okay?
I'm just talking about the people, the populace.
They fear him, Frank. They fear him, okay? They don't like him. They fear him. There's a big difference.
Well, it's going to be very interesting right now that Trump has never said one bad word about him. In fact, he criticized his own country over him. Did John Gallagher show up?
I believe he's lost in translation, okay? He'll be here when he gets here. He's not here.
So that's the big problem right now. You have the whole world in Germany and in Holland, they, all of a sudden at the last minute, the far right lost, and they went the other way. But there was going to be a problem because one of Putin's alleged guys were out to win that election.
There is a
they've got their finger in every election that's of any form of democracy. They're trying to screw it up. You know that.
Well, I don't personally think he's trying to screw up the democracy. I think he wants his guy in every country, right? So it'll make them strong to trade. You got to know that Mother Russia is a very rich in diamonds.
Except they're deep. They're deep right now in the red, Frank. They have so much.
Because their currency is fictitious. They're in deep shit. They're in the red. They're bleeding red ink like crazy because the Americans have put all these sanctions on them.
I don't believe that, Frank. I believe it's Putin has more money than God. He's just taking it all for himself. And
yeah, but also the country as a whole. The country as a whole needs trading partners, and I think that the ideology and the mentality of Putin is to create these great alliances where he's got a guy in every country, and they're gonna make the guy rich or the lady rich, and he's going to control the assets, and that's what he likes to do: control the assets. He controls all the assets of Russia, and Russia is probably one of the richest countries in the world for natural resources, for fossil fuel, crude oil, and diamonds. They're one of the biggest. I'd say Russia is one of the biggest producers of diamonds in the world.